Hello friend. In this session we are going to learn about some tips that are necessary while conducting an interview. So as we know that conducting an interview is one of the most important steps when hiring. It lets you interact with a candidate whose background and skill seems like a good match and allows you to see if their personality and skills are a fit for the job for which we are hiring. So basically it is a long process, sometimes it is a short for some organization. But in this lengthy process, you need to gather everything you need to know before the candidate departs. So, an interview should be a two-way conversation that the interviewer leads. So, let me just share you some tips which will be helpful for you while conducting an interview, which will make your interview a little stress-free. So, number one step is confirm all details. Make sure everyone is clear on all the interview logistic 24 hours beforehand. Send an email to confirm the date and time of the interview, how the interview is being conducted, in person, Skype, phone, etc., and how long you can expect it to last. Also, always overestimate. If you expect a 30-minute interview, then it's better to ask for 45 minutes of that time so that no one feels rushed or in case if it is goes longer. So if suppose interview goes longer, then it will be better to say 45 minutes than a 30 minutes. So because the candidate will think, oh, it is a 30 minutes interview, but now it is taking a longer time. So it will help you as well as the candidate when you just stuck with a typical time. The second tip is make comfortable environment. So that means that the candidate who is coming for the interview is definitely likely to be a nervous. And if suppose he is a fresher, then definitely he will be nervous. But if he is an experienced, then he will be little nervous. But nervous is a possibility. And you should take some steps to make them feel comfortable. Sit at the same level as the interview to ensure that you are not looking down at them. Be aware of any large gap between you, such as big table or desks, and minimize the space, but don't sit too close either. Introduce yourself warmly, make sure you pronounce their name correctly, and thank them for coming at the end of the interview. The next tip is be prepared. So, be prepared is definitely like doing your homework. Make the candidate feel important by familiarizing yourself with their resume or LinkedIn before they arrive. Tell them what is your post and what you do in your organization. This will not only help you figure out how to ask better interview questions, but you can ask personal questions that will shine much more light on their skills in comparison to their asking a generic questions. So the interview should feel that you are well prepared for the meeting and are invested in them. The next tip is extend professional courtesy. The candidate will definitely be will coming from a long way. Like if not a long way, then also offer the candidate a glass of water and ask if they need anything before you get started. Make some small talk that did you find our office okay, how was parking, how was office infrastructure, how is your entry, like how you feel when you enter our office premise, and give them a moment to settle in to make sure that they are set to do their best. If you notice that they are that is too cold or hot, the office, the cabin is too cold or cold, make you may ask if they would like to adjust the temperature to make them more comfortable. Instead of shivering while interview, it is better to ask him before starting the interview. The next tip will be describe the job and business. So it is like introduce yourself and your role in the company and give an overview of the job, what the business does. Your description will add to what they already know and provide reference for the rest of the interview. So tell him that if he is well prepared with the job requirement, if he has understand what the job needs, what is the role he is applying for, so he fits the role or not. Ask him such type of questions.